everyone. Welcome back to my best friend, the Weeb. My name is Deola, and with me is the...
Kosy Diamond.
I was going to say the beautiful Kosy, but you decided to jump the gun, so it's fine.
I mean, I'm still beautiful, so thank you, sweetheart.
If I didn't say it, it's not true. So
No, you did say it.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, we're here to talk about, and before this episode started, I was ready to kind of actually give Kosy an uppercut.
She was already, you made smart things. This girl for her knock my teeth out.
Good, because okay. Today we're talking about anime that disappointed us.
Yeah.
Now, maybe me and Kosy have a different definition of disappointment.
Yeah.
Because for me, something that disappoints me is a show that I'm watching and I'm like, this ain't it. And I drop it. That's what disappointing means.
My definition is very vast.
Yeah, because when I heard one of the shows on your list, I was like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
So for me, a disappointing show means like I'm not enjoying it at all. So I'm dropping it.
Oh no, for me it means I could still be enjoying it, but it's not going the way I expected. And
so that's
I may not love it because the plot is changing.
That's different.
So wait, do you want this episode to be about shows we dropped because they pissed us off?
Yes.
Okay, that means I'm going to take this one. She's not going to fight me then.
Okay, thank God.
I'll take it out.
I was about to fight because do you know what she wanted to say? I'm going to say it so that all of us together, all of us in the fandom, we can fight Kosy.
Oh, please.
Kosy wanted to say Attack on Titan.
Not fight me.
Attack on Titan is on her disappointing list.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I mean, we've had an Attack on Titan episode, so you know that I love the show. But it disappointed me because after season 1 and 2, there was so much hype. I thought something amazing was going to happen. And then they brought in Marley and it became so political. And I'm like,
but that's the point.
That's the point of Attack on Titan. I had to keep watching for them to sell me on the Marley thing. I don't know what I expected, but I didn't expect it for the entire world to be hating them, and now he has to destroy everybody because of... Like, I don't know. I wasn't expecting that. It had to grow on me.
The point of Attack on Titan, or the point of them exploding, because what happened is that the world exploded. Like, it opened up the world. Because we just first thought that, okay, it's happening on this island, maybe everywhere around. Because when we were first watching Attack on Titan, we were like, okay, I mean, it's happening in this world.
We could predict that there was definitely a world out there. But I guess maybe what I was expecting wasn't what happened, and it took a little bit before I could get into the new plot. But
that does not mean that the show is disappointing. I'm talking about shows that disappointed us.
That's why I said our definitions are different. So I took things that just made me feel like, what's going on? I'm not sure I'm loving this, and then maybe at some point I'm like, okay, I don't mind. This is good. This is great.
All right, so that means I'm going to start because you need to edit your list. I'm starting with Saint Onisan.
I thought you said we were going to start with the one that we both had on the list.
No, you have to redo your list. You need time because I'm pretty sure there's some on that list that don't fit the criteria.
No, it was just that one.
Okay, then. Let's
just get with what's Saint Onisan about.
No,
I think she needs some time to just like.
I need some time to blow off steam.
She nearly broke my tooth, guys.
I was so upset. Okay, Saint Onisan.
Mm-hmm.
I heard it was a funny comedy about what would happen if Jesus Christ and Buddha came to Earth.
I don't like it already.
I didn't like it because the jokes didn't land. I heard it was supposed to be funny. And I was just like, this is not funny.
I feel this is like territory that people should just not cross.
I was just like, this is not funny. I was
glad it flopped. Well, I mean, there was no way it was not going to flop. I mean, okay, so next on my list is God of High School. Now, I think this is even a webtoon that got turned into an anime. And at first, I had so much high expectations for it. I thought this show was going to be great. But for some reason, they rushed the entire ending and left me feeling like, what in the total hell is going on?
Isn't there a season 2? Or did they announce a season 2?
Is there even a season 2?
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
You've never watched it?
No, I've never watched it.
Well,
I didn't watch it because I heard it started off well and then it just like crashed.
Yes, it did. It was like a brutal crash. Like they took us up and we were like, oh my God, I'm enjoying this roller coaster ride. And then it just pummeled down. We just got dumped. Like, it's really good. It has like the greatest fights. Like, I really love the fight. Okay, so basic storyline is the God of High School is some kind of tournament. And it's like a competition, sort of. So people come in, they fight each other and everything. And I can't remember what they were fighting on because, you know, my
they're either fighting for money or they're fighting for power. One of those.
They are fighting for something. And then this evil organization that is in the background that has their evil scheme and everything. But unfortunately, they sort of rushed the ending. It didn't have like a really good progression. We had great fights, yes. But at some point, it just scattered. Like the competition just halted because the evil guys appeared and the the battle against the evil guy broke out unexpectedly, and even till now, I'm not even sure what they were fighting for. I think they wanted to find the source of God, or I don't even know. I can't even remember. But they were sure it was power. But the show had a terrible ending. It was rushed. And from the reviews online, you can tell that, okay, things were going well, but everyone hated the fact that they rushed the really good part. They could have taken their time to like pace it out and really let us enjoy it and like ease us into it, but they couldn't do that and it just crashed.
And it's so sad because I heard like it was supposed to be like this God of High School getting animated because it was a webtoon, was supposed to usher in this age of, oh, there's new webtoons now. Yeah. We're gonna get content from different places. It's no more gonna be manga, and like it now crashed and burned. And it was like,
so
hey, yeah,
disappointing.
sorry for the other ones coming up. But
and it had such an amazing theme song. Like it was that kind of song that you'd hear and you get up and you want to start dancing. And the animation was pretty good. I don't know why they had pink noses, but the animation was pretty okay.
Pink noses. Oh, yeah.
Well, all their noses were pink.
I'm
like they had like a terrible coat all through.
I'm not gonna watch it. So the next one on my list is annoying because I wanted to like this show. It was a rom-com. It was a school rom-com, and I like my rom-coms. And the thing about this rom-com is that the girl is taller than the guy. That's the stick.
That's not a bad thing.
That's not a bad thing, but the stick is that she's so tall and he's so short that it's impossible that they can be together, and they're always teased that because she's short, because she's tall and he's short, that kind of thing. But I just couldn't get into it. It's called, I think I've said it, Lovely Complex. I just couldn't get into it.
Wait, you couldn't get into it because of their height difference?
I couldn't get into that was the reason why. Like, one, the jokes are not landing because it was supposed to be funny. It was supposed to be a romantic comedy. So the comedy part was not landing for me. Two, the way they kind of teased each other kind of made me feel like, so how did you guys end up together? Like they were
felt forced.
It kind of felt forced. It kind of felt like this romance was being forced. I didn't enjoy watching it because I don't know, because I dropped it. All the shows on this list I dropped. So I don't know how they end. But the way it was going, it was like they were trying, like in my head I was like, okay, you guys get together, but how? Like, you're not selling me on this progress. You're not selling me on this, blossoming beautiful romance. You're not selling me on this. And I just couldn't get into it, man. I couldn't get into the romance. I couldn't get into the comedy. And once you failed on what you are, a romantic comedy, I think,
what's the point?
Then what's the point of watching it? So
fair enough.
Yeah, so
I wonder if anyone's watched that.
Somebody listening to this has probably watched it, so they're gonna tell me, oh my god, Deola, that show's amazing. I'm like, okay, no, please.
The chances are probably low.
Yeah. So should we talk about the elephant in the room?
Should we leave down for the end because we both watched it?
Okay.
So next on my list is Tokyo Ghoul. And funny enough, I just told you this is a show I've not even watched.
This is why I'm confused if anyone should be listening to you, because why are you saying a show is disappointing when you've not watched it?
Because okay, I like you said, I have people in my life who have never watched anime, and I try to sell them on anime. So my aunt, who I tried to sell anime, who reminds me a lot of you, by the way, she watched Tokyo Ghoul on her. She just chose to watch it, and she watched the first episode, and she came like, "Oh my god, watch this! It's amazing!" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to start this." And I started watching it, and then she started watching the second episode. She was like, "Halt! Don't do this to yourself. Stop right there before you get like it." And I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "Don't worry, it's so bad." Wow. And I'm like, what really happened? So that's why I've watched a good part of the first season, but I had to pause because she told me you're just going to regret it.
She said stop at the second episode.
No, she like stop at the first season. Don't bother going into the second season. Okay, and then since I'm like, I mean, I've already started this anime and you're telling me the second season is so bad I wouldn't enjoy it. What's the point? There are more interesting things to watch out there. So I had to ask this, and it wasn't just her, it was her and my brother. And my brother is like a huge anime freak. Like, he really loves his anime. So I had to ask them, what actually happened to this anime that you feel it disappointed you? I mean, I'm telling you guys, I'm sharing people's disappointment. It had to be on my list, I'm sorry. So apparently the main character joined the bad guy, the villain, whatever, the evil people's group or whatever. And on top of that, they started introducing multiple characters. The storyline became very complex. They started following different characters, and it just seemed jumbled up. Like, so many things were happening, and it just kind of lost what made the first season actually special. So it kind of felt like they were pulling them in different directions, and it wasn't organized. The plot wasn't organized. Too many things were happening to the point that it got confusing, and then they just left you feeling like, what is the point of all of this?
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
Like what the fuck?
They dropped the ball.
Exactly. So she said the fillers actually outweigh the actual plot. Like there were so many fillers.
So that show has filler?
It apparently
is that
has
that
fillers.
old? How old it is? Because like
It's not even that old.
in my head, old shows have filler. That's the way I look at these shows. But like Tokyo Ghoul has filler. Interesting.
So imagine a show that isn't even that old having so many fillers to the point that the plot gets lost somewhere along the line. So yeah, and I think a lot of people on the internet, because I've seen this on so many reviews, people actually were really super disappointed because they had so much, like they had high hopes for the main character.
I heard that the manga is better. One of my favorite YouTubers I watch, Giga, he said that the manga Tokyo Ghoul deserved better because the manga is actually really good. And I was like, oh hey yeah for them. Yeah for Tokyo Ghoul.
You guys want to do something new and it flopped. Which is not surprising.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk about a show that I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to shout that. What? What do you mean? It's called Daily Lives of High School Boys.
I watched it.
You won't like it. You won't like it at all. Like it is the definition of nothing happens. It is a bunch of teenage boys making jokes
about what?
Anything and everything.
Yeah, and I like it.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just not like I. This is my age show, but in my mind I'm like, am I too old for this? Because it felt very juvenile. The jokes felt very juvenile. The jokes felt like they were teenagers. And maybe if I grew up watching it, I would feel better. Like, because, there's some shows that you just have to be the
target audience.
There are some shows that you have to be that age to really get into it. Like, and I think that's one of I think this show is one of those shows. I just couldn't, like, it's animated well, it looks nice. It's the kind of show that I would like because it's like, it doesn't have a plot. It's just a bunch of dudes doing silly things and living their lives.
Definitely gonna hate it.
So you won't like it. And in my head, I was like, oh, this kind of seems like my kind of show. Because I wanted something. I was watching, I don't remember what I was watching, but this is how I watch animes. I watch something really intense, then I step down with a rom-com. Intense rom-com. So example, right now, I finished High Card. And now I'm watching Tomo-chan as a girl. So that's how I kind of do it. So I was watching this show to step down. I don't know what I finished with, but I was like, let me step down. And it broke my
buried you.
It buried me. I was like, I was falling asleep. I was falling down asleep. I was like, none of the jokes worked for me. None of them.
That is sad. Yeah. Next to my list is Boruto. And Deola hasn't watched Naruto, so she's definitely not even going to watch Boruto. But I think all the Naruto fans will agree with me that Boruto was an epic flop. I mean, if they don't agree, then I don't know what you guys are watching, but
I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there that likes Boruto. There is someone.
Like, when I talked to my little brother, he was like, you can enjoy Boruto, but you have to, forget Naruto ever existed and then watch. And I'm like, that's not how it works. Boruto is Naruto's son.
Hi, my name is Deola.
I'm Kosy.
And you're welcome to
My Best Friend the Weeb.
Thank you so much for listening to our episode. To hear the full thing, you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and everywhere you listen to podcasts.
All the links are in the description box below. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Our handle is My Best Friend the Weeb.
See you in the next episode.
Bye.